All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the ECU eSports Riot Rumble semi-finals between teams Go-In and Coldplays. I'm here today with PrelawGerm, otherwise known as Tyler, otherwise known as that guy I don't talk to very much, but he's very nice. How are you doing today, my good friend?
I'm doing pretty well.
And we've already seen the classic, Wilson is not allowed to play Vlad. Comes out instantly. Every single series he's played. I don't think that champ has been unbanned the entire tournament when he's been in the game.
Someone got a Vlad through in a match, I believe. I don't know if it was him.
I find that unlikely, and if he did get Vlad, then his opponents were really stupid. But yeah, this is a good time, good thing to watch. We've got Coldplays taking blue side in game 1 for being the highest seed, and they will take red side in game 2. This is to decide, as best of 3 series, is to decide who will face that really good team with the really good AD carry player, Dummy Thix, in the finals. That's me, by the way.
Just a little toot of the horn.
But yeah, I would like to look up League's patch notes and talk about them. I mean, I already know most of what happened this patch anyway, so I was ready to go. But I don't think any of the patch notes changes are going to...
Quickly, the bans are seeming very normal. We have the Skarner ban coming out. Phantom Cat loving his Skarner.
Yeah, it's his best pick for sure.
We saw a Janna ban, which is most likely from the buff she recently got in the patch notes.
Yeah, and we got... Ooh. Why this? Okay. We'll be back with you guys shortly. We're just going to swap off while we get the lobby restarted. Don't know what the issue was there. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back finally to the ECU ES Riot Rumble finals. It has been quite some time. I hope you all enjoyed Felix failing horribly at Jump King. Me and Prelaw are back at it. We're back into the Champ Select. The bans will be the same.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we do apologize once again for that rather long delay. There were some tech issues, and Wilson's strategy of just fix it wasn't very useful. But we're here. We're ready to go. There's that Janna ban we were just in the middle of talking about.
It's just... I feel like she's now just one of the best not the best enchanter, but she's up there now. She's back.
Yeah, it hasn't been out long enough for me to say, but she has a bigger shield that is on a lower cooldown and gets refunded cooldown when you knock or back or slow. Like, it's pretty broken.
And then Zephyr has a lower CD now, so that's an even.
Yeah, and like they nerfed Zephyr damage, but they only nerfed it in later ranks, so it's actually the same. And technically, because the lower CD, I guess, can be more damage as well, but it's pretty gross.
Yeah,
I think
internet just died.
Thanks for joining the stream to tell everyone that. I hate you so much. So, fantastically, someone's internet died again, so we will be back with you again. Hello, everybody, for the third and hopefully final time without games being cancelled. Touch wood. We are back again. It's me, and also the players. I'm having such a great time. I hope everyone else is having such a great time tonight. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to go. Hopefully, this is finally going down the way we wanted to. The bans, we've talked about them already. I don't really know what to say. Just got to wait for the important stuff to happen.
Let's talk about the Zac changes, shall we? No, just me?
All right. Now let's talk about the Zac changes. Before we do that, let's talk about that nobody's going to pick Zac. I don't think either of these two players is going to pick it, and that makes me sad because I think it's really strong.
AP Zac is where it's at right now.
I don't even think that's good because I just played Tank Zac and it was fucking fantastic and I loved it. But I mean, maybe AP is also good because they did buff the ratio. So maybe like hybrid AP, I think with Leandri's or some stuff would be okay. I don't picture it getting picked, but like if we cross our fingers, it might get picked this series. And I think they would be pretty remiss to not pick Zac. But I mean, what are you predicting they pick? Because that's all I can really do right now.
Predictions.
Predictions.
They haven't banned Anivia, so Skit's probably going to scoop that up, isn't he?
Yeah, so usually Skit plays really, really safe picks, but I think against Mick, you can go a carry if you want to, and he might do that. But
yeah, these teams are extremely close, aren't they? We've got like multiple golds and a few silvers.
Yeah, Mick is the higher elo mid laner of the two, but he isn't necessarily like the better mid laner of the two. I think they both play, like Mick plays more carries, but Skit plays more like safe carries. I guess they're not really like utility, but they're like safe carries, like Anivia, Orianna, stuff like that. So he might just pick that.
Not artillery mages. What's the archetype they call it? Controllers?
Yeah, pretty much like zoning or control mage kind of style stuff as what he plays. Mick plays, I mean, pretty much exclusively Ahri, sometimes Orianna, so he could pick that.
Didn't we see him pick Xylus before? Or was that
maybe
against Mick?
I have no idea. I haven't cast every game. I don't think he's picked Xylus, but maybe. Actually, no, yes, there was a game where he picked Xylus, I remember that. I washed it from my mind because it didn't go very well. But I think they did end up winning. So if I was Mick, I would pick Ori because it's good with his team, and it counterpicks Skit, who's right up to pick next and might have wanted to choose that.
And there we are. Yeah, there's the Ori pick.
That's definitely the right pick here, especially against champs. Like they've already picked up Darius for their biggest carry, which is absolutely livid. He is like their plat player is the highest dealer player, and he's the highest dealer player in the entire game. So they've also picked Karma. I guarantee you that's support. Karma. Mouse plays a lot of that. So
we've seen Livid's Darius before, and that just popped off, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. He's practice Vlad because he knows he's not going to get Vlad, and he probably doesn't need the practice. Skit picks up a good pick here. Malzahar is, I think, the right choice.
It's going to be very tricky with that Sivir spell shield, but I feel like it's still a good enough pick.
Yeah, if they can bait out the Sivir spell shield, they can lock him down, or they can just try and stop a Mumu from ulting or something for a while when he's bandaging in.
So down goes the Brand ban.
Brand, yeah, she has played that once. Okay, Cutie has played Brand. I think at least one time. It's also very annoying. And Brand Sivir is like unkillable. So
there goes Rek'Sai, very standard jungle ban so far. But I feel like the Brand ban is definitely like a I don't want to fight this more than this is going to destroy the team type situation.
Yeah, I can see it being annoying, especially because it's pretty easy for him to stun up the Darius, I suppose, who will probably be your primary carry. They do have a new ADC, by the way, if anyone hasn't noticed. I forgot to mention it in all this commotion, that Cinderhead is permanently replacing Shell, who was Bookworm, because she's gone away on holiday and she won't be here for semis or finals, so he is there to stay. They're going to pick up the Udyr, so ADC will be last pick.
Udyr not working well in this comp so far.
Yeah, everyone who has played Udyr has had a bad time. Not to flame my boy I'm casting with, but it's not gone well.
Everyone's gone down when we picked Udyr.
It's I think Udyr is like the lowest win rate champion that's been picked more than once in our Rumble.
It has to be getting up there.
I don't have win rates, and some of the games didn't record properly because Battlefire messed up, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Is that Tom Kench top?
Yeah, that'll be a Tom Kench top lane for Adjacent World, and we're going to have Lucidities on the Sivir with Blitzcrank for his support. This first time, I think, that OKQ's pulled Blitzcrank out in this tournament. And Mouse will give his AD that Tristana. So Tristana Karma and Sivir Blitz, sort of opposite subtract lane there. Both the ADs are heavy carry picks, but the supports are, defensive mage / poke mage versus very aggressive hook support, sort of tank, depending on the build. Should be a tank, I think. But Sivir is a much safer lane phase here, so it's probably going to be an advantage to Lucidity OKQD. I also think, considering they are the duo that's played together longer, they will play better. Anyway.
There are a lot of things to proc that spell shield, though.
Yeah, but it's kind of rough.
If you look at the two lanes, OKQD has the hook to land, and that's pretty much their whole engage. Whereas we have Cinderhead and Mouse. Is it Mouse?
Mouse, yeah.
Yeah. They don't have one big skill they want to land. They have a lot of little skills. So I don't think the spell shoot's going to get as much mileage. Maybe a bit from the Karma Q poke.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to lose lane as Sivir if your monitor is plugged in, I think, because your push is so ridiculous and your movement speed is so ridiculous that it's very hard to gank.
You're going to have your E button too.
Yeah, like your E has to be there, but I think with that lane, it shouldn't be too difficult to just avoid it. Like, you can eat a Karma Q if it means you're just going to run away and proc the E for the like Udyr stun or whatever. I think they should definitely have lane advantage in a big way, especially because Sivir is in a much better spot than Tristana.
Even beyond that, Lord Furion on Amumu has a lot more ganking pressure than an Udyr would.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We're gonna see Furion around the map a lot. When I think Phantom's best chance is probably just the AFK farm for a bit.
Yeah, they're looking for dragon control, and Udyr is better at taking them, so that's what I would focus on, is farming. Ganking where it's possible is good, but there are a lot of ways that ganks can go wrong against those team comps that they have when you're playing a champ with no escapes. So
yeah,
he has to be very careful. I definitely agree that farming is better.
Yes. A little ban that we missed out was the Gnaw ban. So Livid's probably gone. They've given me Darius. Let's not give them a safe top laner.
Yeah, Nara's a great pick into Darius too, and Adjacent has played it multiple times with success in this tournament, so definitely a ban I agree with. So we will have a spectator delay while we sync up the streams. It'll be gone for about a couple minutes while we load up the game and such. Get ready for the stream to start. We'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the ECU eSports Right Rumble. Game 1 of a potential game 3 games. Coldplay's fanning out, back with Tyler. What's going to happen at the start? Never mind. We see what's happening.
We see them seeing Pixel Bush and seeing basically 5 people run out of it. They do have a forward ward at the blue buff, so if they wanted to contest it, it is possible. But it looks like Phantom is going to start red.
Yeah, they're thinking about this, but they haven't really been able to do anything with that. Udyr swapping to top for go for the red is a good idea. It'll take Adjacent a little bit more time to get up there. Now, if I was Lord Furion, I would wrap to start.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've seen it. I play with Cinderhead a lot in solo queue. Amumu Rapture start is really, really good. He kills them, loses no HP, and your bot doesn't have to leash, so it's pretty fun.
It's actually... there's a new jungle path that has been tested where you pretty much do a full red side clear and scuttle, and it allows you to get almost like a whole level on the enemy jungler who would be doing a standard path. So we are going to see that red Raptors from both sides. Of course, Udyr's going to have a bit more trouble with the Raptors compared to Amumu, but we'll see how that all comes to a head.
Should be okay.
No, he's actually gone Tiger.
Huh. That's weird, because even on Tiger, if you just grab Phoenix, you get a lot faster clear, but that's okay, I guess.
He has gone for a Bear Max, but he's not keeping up his Monkey Agility stacks with that, so don't know what he's planning. We are seeing Lord Furion taking the blue buff, though, while Phantom's looking for a gank.
Yeah, looking for a gank onto Tahm Kench. I don't know if this is really super good. They're not going to get much damage off, even with red buff. It's a decent gank, but he loses health and XP for that one, and they don't even get any sums out of Adjacent. They just get a little bit of damage, so not really super worth.
The other lane states, we're seeing a very even mid. Bit more CSing on the side of Skit, but I think there's just more harassing.
Skit's going to have a lot of CS advantage here, because the wave he's getting is bigger than the other wave, and he's already ahead, so... Look for Malzahar to gain a big lead, and a nice hook from OKQD. Actually, they're going to get some nice damage on the Malz. Might be able to force the flash. Not quite. He's very low, but he just survives and holds his flash. Doesn't even use his heal. Very brave from Mouse.
Staring in the eyes of death.
Yeah, and Mick actually manages to avoid getting that tower aggro to actually hit him there. That was a nice little trade from Mick.
This Tom Kent is actually rather oppressive into Darius right now, just shoving in the way. Not much Livid can do, but I feel like he's going to start just getting some good anti-tank stats just from being Darius.
The 1v1 here, popping off, adjacent, looking for that stun, looking for that eat. He will have the advantage early because the health regen is larger on Tom because of his E-shield and such. That grey health.
I'm surprised we didn't see something like a like rejuvenation bead start from Livid. That maybe could have been the build here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised, but I guess Doran's shield is still probably fine. He is managing to keep a CS even or ahead.
Especially, yeah, that's what you want in this matchup. You're not going to be able to kill Tom without jungle pressure. Not usually, anyway. So it's just stay and farm, really.
And right here, we see that if you check the jungle CS, actually, I'm pretty sure Udyr and Amumu haven't taken any lane CS. So, Cutie goes for the hook. She does find Mouse. He does have his heal available. He's going to not burn his flash. Just uses the heal.
Lord Furion was spotted out by that Oracle plant.
Yeah, he's got a huge CS lead here on the Udyr.
Probably from, as we saw, we got pretty much a full clear from Lord Furion, where we got topside Gromp, I believe. The blue being stolen by Lord Furion, of course. So we're also down a buff on Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr's having a bit of a rougher early game than we'd like, especially from that not really super successful gank top. Skit might be getting out-traded in mid, but at the end it hasn't really mattered because he's actually quite ahead in CS. As Cinderhead rockets backwards there. So yeah, Skit keeping his CS up despite being kind of quite poked out by Mick has worked quite nicely for him.
Looking to each lane, we have very stable lane situations here. We are going to see... No, we're not. Where is Phantom going? He's going all the way around.
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I mean, they are looking for it. Lucidity is pretty low on mana, but they do have all four of their sums up, and Mouse does not have his heal available. They're going for the engage. Cinderhead rocket jumps on. Lucidity will get some mana back and flash out. The bomb pop will find them both. Cinderhead goes forward with his bomb reset, but isn't finding anything in return. Overall, a pretty even trade, but they actually do use no sums to get both the Lucidity sums, so pretty worth it. And here comes Lord Fury, and as we say that into the top lane, Darius is eaten up and looks to be in big trouble. Absolutely Livid will need to find a double heal if he has any chance of surviving. He does find it, and he flashes under his turret. He's actually alive, burning down, but I think that's enough. Great escape from Absolutely Livid.
Bad luck from from Phantom Cat coming around bot. He actually crashed with the wave. So their bot lane had vision of him for a full 3 seconds before he even got close.
Yeah, that's gotta suck. Maltahar, Skitscape knows what's going on here. Looks like he's looking for Lord Furion. He's found him. He's got the silence. Lord Furion does manage to flash over the wall and escape, but Skitscape burns his barrier by accident. But he's here. He's got the suppress. He's gonna find the kill just, and that's first blood to Skitscape, who is now in trouble. But here comes Absolutely Livid, and Adjacent is in trouble. Mick has arrived. The ultimate goes off. Adjacent's got the shield, but Wilson's gonna have the ultimate. Adjacent does pick up the kill in return. He is Absolutely Livid, finding lots of damage with his passive onto Mick. That ultimate will kill him if he can get in range. His hook up in time. The Q misses. Absolutely Livid is not going to get it. Mick picks up the solo kill.
He had ult off cooldown that whole time. That was very surprising.
By the time he got in range to ult, his stacks had fallen off, so it wouldn't have done any damage, really.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the ult on the Tom, just to get the reset off to continue fighting.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Adjacent flashing that direction and managing to kill Skit and to get out of the way of Absolutely Livid was pretty sucky. But overall, Skidscape did pick up first blood, so not terrible for him. His gold is actually slightly ahead of his laner. Still, Mouse will find the RQ, and they're getting some damage onto Cutie, but she hooks Cinderhead. His jump was not cancelled. He held it long enough. A fairly even trade, but it is Cinderhead who takes damage compared to OK Cutie, and your AD being lower is definitely more scary in a lane against Blitz.
We have Lord Furion starting the dragon. He did... I don't think we have any vision of that, do we? No, it's all clear.
Yeah, it's all clear, so... Lord Furion actually getting the early dragon control off.
Phantom Cat pretty much running in the opposite direction to it. He was actually standing near the river. Just missed Furion by a few seconds.
Yeah, this is what I hate when I play solo queue and my jungler is topside while Drake is up. I despise that. But he goes up there and Lord Furion is going to pick up that first crucial Cloud Drake for his
Cloud
team.
Drake.
Yeah, the Clout Drake, as it were. I like that actually quite a lot. Oh, and a hook actually onto Mousy. He's going to find the heal, but big damage from Lucidity. The Q return, that's Sivir. And in the mid lane now, Mick in trouble, picked up by MW, Mr. Phantom Cat. That is kills for cold plays and more kills for go in return.
You're actually seeing most of the lanes equalizing here. A bit of an advantage going to Lucidity and OK Cutie in the CS lead, but
yeah,
you have to expect that from Sivir.
Just failed to get the thing, and here we go, and engage Phantom Cat with an easy flash and auto down onto Furion. Absolutely Livid now going for a fight onto Adjacent again, but actually getting pretty vastly out-traded. The minions also helping him out. Adjacent World will find a lot of damage here. Absolutely Livid needs that heal, but he doesn't get it, and he's ignited. This could be his downfall. Adjacent World picks up the grasp and gets that kill.
That Tom Ken chop is just so oppressive.
Yeah, and without that heal from his Q, because he didn't quite manage to get it, he is going to fall yet again. He's falling very far behind in that top lane, both CS and kills. The bot lane, I mean, I know it's predictable because it's Sivir, but she has a massive lead, even just from the CS alone, but also the kill. Mouse is AFK and is about to get hooked. That is not the right time to pause. Oh, man.
We get to see Mouse's death in slow-mo, shall we say.
The ricochets are hitting him. I see the Sivir Q being prepped. I guarantee he's about to throw that right at him.
You can just hear the hook effect the split second before the pause.
I get the blitz animation just sitting there. This is rough.
They're unpausing, and they're going to lead the sacrifice.
Oh, and there it goes. Mouse is going to get absolutely destroyed. Very, very unfortunate. Lucidity picking up the kill. And that is that.
A sacrifice to appease the Sivir.
Sivir will now find a very, very big lead. Does have the 200 gold bounty, though. The game froze up for me there for a moment. I hope that was
same here, too.
Okay, cool. We're not unsynced. Easy peasy.
Easy. I'm back.
Yeah, Malzahar has picked up the Haunting guys, so he's going to start doing more and more damage now. He is finding...
Going for a bit more of a battle mage sort of build here.
Phantom Cat trying to get onto Mick, but Mick has a lot of movement speed. He finds the ultimate. The bandage toss did miss, but there's the ultimate from Amumu as well, and that will be a kill going over to Mick in the mid lane. That's very unfortunate for my boy. Bit of a greed. I mean, hey, whatever, I suppose. Works out. Malzahar, though, going for Leandri's, has elected not to go for the Sorcerer's Shoes, so going to be doing a lot less damage than he could be, but with a lot more cooldown, I guess, which makes sense for this lane phase.
I thought I was saying, sorry. The Malzahar going for a bit more of a battle magey, health AP sort of build rather than going straight for the Ludenzeko and such.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the better choice here. He just wants to do like sustained damage onto champs like that Tahm Kench. Their team is quite tanky, a lot of HP on their team, so this will be pretty effective.
That Leandry percentage.
Oh,
definitely
flash ultimate from Skit. That is a bit overzealous, and he is actually going to find Lord Furian's bandage toss right on his face. That was not the play to make solo, especially not when you can't see the enemy jungler, but Skit going to get picked up again by Mick. Yeah, as we continue on through this game, the next Drake coming up is a mountain in 1 minute. Very important, I think.
Both teams definitely want this.
Yeah, this is definitely an important
We
Drake.
are having very back and forward lanes, though. Like, the wave control is shoving in, falling back.
Yeah.
With jungle pressure coming every once in a while.
Yeah, we're starting to see some big leads come out in some of these lanes, though.
Especially in that mid lane. Those few misplays leading to just that Orianna 3-1.
Yeah, and the biggest lead is actually in bot right now because Siva has so much CS and 2 kills. If you press X, you'll see she has the most gold of any player in this game right now. And that is pretty gross.
Very closely. No, not actually. I misread that.
And the lead is very heavily in favor of cold plays right now. They are several thousand in the lead, and it's not looking good for Team Go In.
Both their carries having a great gold lead on their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely.
1K and 2K.
Oh, Cinderhead narrowly avoids the bandage toss from Lord Furian, who just walks at him. Skit gonna find some damage. Mao's gonna have to flash away from OKCutie's hook. Everyone's posturing around. They know, and I guarantee it's probably Cinderhead calling, saying we need this dragon if we're going to win this game. They want more dragon control, and cold plays are on it. They're going to start that up. Cinderhead and the others are moving up for it, though. They see it's being done. They've got that scuttle, but they elect to leave, which I don't agree with. That was a dragon worth fighting for, but I guess if Skit backed and you have to concede it, that's pretty awkward.
I definitely feel like maybe like Udyr and Tristana heading up top, maybe they could have secured the Rift Herald or got a good start on it, but...
The worst play to make is no play at all, and that's what they did. They just sort of sat in a bush and then left, and now they not only gave the mountain, but they also left bot lane while they had mountain, so blue team will easily pick up first Drake. Not first Drake, first tower. And that's really awkward. Like, that's terrible timing to back right as the enemy team just got the mountain and is free to push.
Especially leaving that Siva, not even alone, just leaving that Siva in a lane. Without
as
any
CS lead
contesting.
grows is pretty oof. And Siva's like the only character with acceptable level of CS at the moment who isn't like sub 5. This is not looking great. That was a really poor play from Team Go In, I think. Conceding that Drake is just so awkward, and farming topside while the first Drake was up was also pretty awkward. They're going to need to start finding some teamwork plays here, and they also need to never draft Udyr again. But that's just my opinion.
Just never pick Udyr. They definitely need to be thinking about the team here, because although you want to group up, you do have like the Darius and the Udyr who do suffer.
Nice damage from Skit. He will find a fair chunk of damage onto Mick, even refreshing his buff. The silence coming out. It's just not going to be enough. I think that will just wear off. Mick lives. But Skit doesn't burn any subs.
It's not looking great for them here. It's nearly a 5k gold lead, and we are...
Yeah, but they do make a play. They finally make a move onto something, and when there's enough open space, they pick up a turret. It might just be a first-tier turret in a random lane, but they're not really losing too much for it. So that was a more proactive move. I'm glad to see them playing that one out. Cinderhead will even get to clear some vision.
We have the lane swap from top and bot. I think that's actually an extremely appropriate move here. You have Tom, who can pretty much 1v1 anyone on their team, and then you have a Darius. You have their Darius.
Here comes adjacent as we're talking about 1v1s. Udyr just face checks the adjacent world Tom and eats so much damage. Adjacent may just go for the dive here, maybe not. He's flashing in, gets a flash from the opponent. Cinderhead will actually find some damage and a slow while he's under turret. Decent trade from him, dodges the tongue lash. He's going to keep going. I don't know if he knows, but there's no other enemies around, so he was free to walk there. And here comes Coldplay's actually dropping that Rift Herald. This could be really bad for Go In.
You have the Sivir, you have the Rift Herald. I'm going to be surprised if that tower survives while they stick around.
Yeah, we may see a skirmish break out here. Coldplays know what to do. They're backing off. They're just going to go for the reset. They don't want a skirmish to break out here and give Go In a chance at, you know, some return.
Both teams sort of dancing around. They don't want to be... They don't technically want to be the initiation. They don't want to start the 5-man. But we definitely see that one team needs to start it soon.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I don't really know what Go In has to do here. As we were trying to talk about how they get back into the game, Jason is looking to make sure he can't as they chase down Skit, but they aren't actually able to find anything. Tahm Kench's ultimate so far for naught. Just really getting pressure, though what for isn't super clear. The Drake will be up soon, another Cloud Drake, in 40 seconds.
No on the Udyr very quickly. He has gone Tiamat, which traditionally you don't want to go in an organized play. Tiamat's very much a case of, I'm going to perma-farm, solo queue, split push.
Yeah. And absolutely Livid finds the Lord Furion, who is sitting on the ward here as a skirmish looks to be breaking out. Orianna ultimate did find Phantom Cat in the background. Oh god, absolutely Livid looks to find the kill. He finds the first, and he's looking to pick up another one onto OKQD. Manages to flash away. The rest of his team not really pushing up when they should be, getting zoned out by the others. But they do find a kill for no real loss. Phantom Cat is eating some damage. Livid gets hooked in, but that might be where he wants to be. He doesn't get the Q off in time, though the CC is too much, and his team is just nowhere to be found. All ultimates up except Karma's and Darius's, and no one's there to help him. That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I think this team is not clued in. They're not working very well together because that seemed very disconnected from what they should be doing.
Livid's definitely more used to staying top for 20 minutes, becoming this monster of a raid boss, and then walking into fight.
I feel like Absolute Livid was calling for his team to follow up, and they just sat there killing minions. I'm not entirely sure if they have monitors plugged in or what's going on, but that seems like a very oof play.
Udyr's gonna farm, man.
Yeah, I mean, Udyr is pretty... the problem is he has 2 kills, but he's just, like, almost completely irrelevant. He's a dragon-taking machine, and he hasn't been able to do that. 3 Drakes over to Coldplay's already. Like, oof.
He also should be looking for duels and picking off single targets. Where he's amazing at just picking off single targets, he will suffer in those fights.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't gone Tank Deer as well kind of is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, as I said,
going to force a flash over the wall. Jason World misses that tongue lash. Eats precisely 0 damage. Coldplay's looking to position for the Baron. They do have a Sivir with 2 items. Oh my god, Mouse gets half health and there's a big engage, but Mick may have just betrayed the team there. He's gone in, and that has not gone well. He flashed far too close, gets ulted up, and now they're looking to chase. They've picked up a kill. They have a chance at Baron if they can clean up here. Phantom Cat going to find the stun onto Adjacent, who will eventually get hooked in. He's getting slowed by Absolutely Livid. Adjacent trying to find a kill in return. Absolutely Livid gets hooked back, though. He can't help his team. There goes Adjacent. Delivered like a bomb. Lord Fury finds a huge Amumu ultimate onto 5. That is devastating. And Coldplay's turn it right back around on the back of that. Lucidity dealing the damage. Cutie stealing the kill. That was looking like a good fight until Amumu landed a massive ultimate onto the whole enemy team.
They will start Baron here. Not much they can do to contest. We are seeing a level advantage to Phantom Cat, so he does have the smite advantage.
Yeah, but it's not really going to be able to get there in time. There is a mountain. He may be able to get there. There is a red plant up. They should know that they're doing it. Phantom Cat just has to go for this. There's no other way. You have to try. Cinderhead goes in, tries to get some damage. The bomb, oh, not quite. Lucidity kills him, and the bomb doesn't manage to do anything. Phantom Cat cowarding out and not going for the Baron steal.
Not going for the red plant. The blast cone was definitely his.
He didn't do that either, but why are you not trying? Your team is so far behind, and you are useless as a champion. So you need to flash and try and steal that Baron. It doesn't matter if your level advantage doesn't exist, you need to flash and try and steal that, or the game is probably over. If they get Baron, they can only lose the game. You can't win the game. If you win, that's their fault, not your, skill after this point. So now they just have to basically hope and pray that Coldplays make a terrible mistake, and they can capitalize on it. Which may happen. We can't rule anything out in this Rumble.
On the build front, I'd like to say we're seeing Thornmail first on Adjacent. He's realized that most of their damage is AD, and then the AP threats are probably not going to be focusing him, and that's just made him this tanky beast that they cannot get through. It
also countered Darius pretty hard, because he got it quite early, and Darius is getting grievous wounded by that. And we see Coldplays now, they're just, not only are they taking objectives, they're taking jungle farm away. Go in, are able to find an outer turret from Udyr split pushing, but while they do that, they've already lost two second-tier turrets. Oof. It's not what you want.
You can't do anything in a team fight unless you're literally behind them. But at this point, you shouldn't be split pushing. You really need to be there for your team. Even just being a body in the fights and being a threat can be enough to maybe keep them off the Darius for him to get some work done.
Yeah, absolutely. Phantom Cat is actually going to find perhaps another tower here. If his team can defend successfully, this could be beneficial. He is finding a second tower in the bot lane. And now Lord Furion is going to eat that damage, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to pressure for this inhibitor now. Skit defending top. They're just going to have to give this inhib. Phantom Cat trying to find something. Also, Absolutely Livid trying to find something onto OKCutie, but she doesn't take a lot of damage. Absolutely Livid may be in trouble. Umumu finding another huge ult and another follow-up. The huge ults are going out today from this team. That Orianna just destroying their health bars. And now Skit will fall under the turret from a fantastic flash in from Adjacent. The only real bonus here is that Phantom Cat will find an inhibitor of his own, but that's the game, I believe, boys. As Team Coldplays run through the base, kill everyone, and take out the Nexus. Well, game one is over to Coldplays, so... I mean, I guess we can give us a little rundown of the stats by the end of that game, but I don't really think much needs to be said. Surprisingly, shockingly, the most damage was coming from Sivir and Orianna. Mick dealing a few hundred more at 13,700. Nobody even hitting 10k, but Skit trying his best on the other team.
The problem we saw there was just every lane wasn't doing well. Tom Kent was way too oppressive. Skit made a few bad decisions, which led to Mick getting ahead. Lucidity just got so much more farm. It's just nothing was quite there for their team.
Yeah, it's a pretty awkward game, but we will be back with you in about 5 minutes or so for the second game of the series, where there will be a side swap. So you will see the teams on opposite sides of the map. This time, we'll see you back on the Rift in 5 to 10. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Team Go In versus Coldplays. Back into Game 2. They will be swapping sides. Go In will be on the blue side, CP on the red side. Back here with PrelawGerm for Game 2. Bans looking pretty much the same.
I want to see if they go to ban that Tom Kent shout, because Livid had some trouble with that with Darius, and they're not letting him get Vlad. We are seeing the Vlad Skarner ban again.
Yeah, I imagine the bans will be relatively the same, with probably one altered ban. Maybe. I could see them banning, like, the Tahm Kench out, maybe, or something like that, if they want to pick the Darius. I'm not sure.
What is... We're seeing the Blitz ban, though. Does that mean they're going to let the Tahm get through, or is they going to try and... Or is Livid going to try and steal the Tahm?
I mean, they could do that. That would be kind of funny, actually, and might actually make sense, because I don't think Adjacent has anything planned to counter Tahm, because he probably won't expect anybody else to play it.
So we got both top laners picking for their bot lane. We see OKQD on Morgana. Is she very familiar with that? I'm gonna.
I would say, yeah, Liv is good on Enchanters. She's good on Nami. You know, I'm sure she could play Janna, because everyone can, really. And she's played a few games of Morgana. It's also pretty good into like the picks they've already picked: Jinx, Rammus. I mean, we're seeing Lord Furion on Amumu again. I'm not entirely sure why Amumu isn't banned this game.
I don't know either.
Because I think this
been
champ is
let through pretty much every game, and he must have an 100% pick ban rate this time, doesn't he?
So since the buffs, people started to pay attention to him, and now he's been nerfed, but like people sort of realized, wait, this champion is strong, really easy to play, tons of CC, pretty effective.
And you can just turn fights with a very good ult. You can basically take a game.
We saw that team fight, like, Absolute Livid's going in, he's popping off on Darius, the team fight's going in their direction, and as soon as Lord Furion landed a sick bandage toss into 5 and ulted all of them, the game was virtually over from that point. They got the Baron off that. Disgusting power from Amumu. Like, it was pretty brilliant. And I can't believe they got him again.
I think we see a similar situation to it with Rammus. He actually got buffed too. Not to the rate of Amumu, but he's still in a very good spot. So much that they actually this patch.
Yeah, I would say Rammus is probably up there. I think he did get some. It was ultimate buffs partially, was it not? The tick rate or something of his ultimate.
Yeah, but they nerfed his ultimate in the most recent patch. Damage per tick.
Yeah, that's down. So I don't know. I mean, Rammus has a bit more siege power because of his CC is stronger, but single target stronger. But AoE wide, not so much. I think
there's also a lot more of a threat if when it comes to a fed ADC. Like an Amumu will tank everything, but a Rammus will tank.
Yeah, I think picking it though when you've got a Morgana on the other team is very risky because you have to play around the Morgana so much, and it's pretty awkward. And lose the Kaiser as well, actually. So
we did actually see the Darius ban from Cold Plays, is it? Yes.
Yeah,
which I'm actually extremely surprised at because Tahm into Darius worked for them. Why would they ban it out?
I guess they don't want to. It looks like they don't want to pick last. They don't want to pick their top laner until later. So they probably don't want to leave Darius open and then potentially have had Tahm Kench banned in the second phase. Because I mean, if you see
the Darius ban was
in
the second phase.
Actually, yeah, but if they leave it open, then it could go wrong. And I guess maybe they don't want to play Tahm Kench a second game. Maybe that's like you do bring out those kind of, I say cheese picks where you want to surprise them with one game before they can adjust.
Yeah.
And that's sort of, I suppose, what that was. They might still go for the Tahm, though. You never know. They are against, looks like Tryndamere in top lane.
Live it on Tryndamere.
A carry, shutting that down with Trynd would be pretty good. You can eat him and wait out the duration of his ult by keeping him inside. And that's going to be...
Is that Taric top?
I think that's Taric top lane. That's a fun one. That's an interesting
definitely can work, especially into tanky matchups it works well, but I don't know how it's going to play into this sort of fighter Unless it actually is Morgana.
It could be. Both, I mean, they're not really flex, and there's actually going to be a Q dodge. Wasn't picturing that one, but OKQD has papped out, so we will be back in about a couple minutes. Hopefully we can get her back in here. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Oh, that's unfortunate. Apparently her client froze. Oof. Oh, we'll pause the stream temporarily. All right, everybody, and welcome back. It's me and Prelaw again. Sorry about the Champ Select dodge happening again. So many client-side tech issues tonight. That was a auto pick from OKQD. She didn't click that champion. When you lag out, that happens. So we're allowing them to redo with the same band, same picks, except OKQD will get to pick the champion she actually wanted to pick. Because, you know, tech issue. In regards to mispicks, we do have a rule where they must play it, but this wasn't a mispick, it was a tech issue. So I guess we'll talk about... What do we talk about? Do we talk about matchups? Do we talk about...
I don't actually remember the matchups. They were very similar, though. We had a Rammus into a Mumu, which I feel like Lord Furion, just as a more experienced jungler, wins that again in the tank versus tank matchup. Just because Furion has much better macro play compared to... we saw that. Furion had much better macro play compared to Phantom Cat. Phantom Cat was hanging around too much, or he wasn't in the right place for objectives, and Furion was just ready. The mid lane was... what was the mid lane? It was a Orianna into... What was Mick's pick?
Mick was... Ari? I want to say Ari.
Yes, Ari, it was.
I believe it was Ari. So I'm so, like, frazzled that I don't actually remember all the picks. But, I mean, hey, the biggest speculation... What's really top lane?
Ooh, they know it's a trend. They know it's a trend, so what do they play? But back to the mid matchup. Does Mick win this? He plays more carry, but then skits on his more comfortable control mage.
Yeah, it's... I don't know what to pick yet. If I was drafting, I genuinely would not know what I would pick into trend. I think... They've left the Gnar open, right?
Yes, Gnar was open. So that's a very good safe pick. Play the laning phase save and then come into team fights with a good amount of CC.
Yeah, Gnar is reasonable. If Tryndamere gets onto you, though, it can be hard. Like, he can actually murder you if you're too far away from your turret, because he has the slows and the things going on. So you've got to dodge getting slowed for a start. It's risky, but not super risky. But there is, like, some potential. You could pick something like Malphite, maybe. I know Adjacent's played that, and it's really easy, so...
definitely some sort of utility tank, maybe. Just so you pick it into the trend, you don't plan to win the laning phase, but you don't give him the kills that he so desperately wants.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see if they decide to play it safe. Because the bot lane is Morgana Kai'Sa, potentially. If it is Morgana top?
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be Morgana top. If it is, I'm gonna... Okay, Cutie hovering the classic carrot pick.
I think they were sorting out the rules of whether she has to play that or not. I don't think there was a consensus.
There was a consensus. I'm the only person who has the authority to make a consensus, and I made a consensus.
Okay.
So if they change, I'm gonna shout.
Wait,
okay, it's Pike top.
Or is it?
It should be Pike top. Adjacent has played this before.
Okay,
I've seen him practice it. It's picked by G2 famously at MSI, and it did very well. So a lot of people started playing it in solo queue and feeding after that, and Adjacent's been practicing it. I think he's actually played it in this tournament, I believe. So pretty interesting pick.
So I don't know the matchup here in the top lane, but for the bot lane, I will say this is going to be an extremely aggressive with the Nautilus Jinx. And you gotta hope that OKQD knows how to use those black shields in that situation. Besides that, we have Ari, who wants to get that combo off into... Who's just going to be playing safe.
Yeah, I agree. I think this lane is going to be pretty hard for Mick. He's going to get zoned super hard by Orianna, but Either way, anywho, I think we will take the couple of minutes of spectator delay. We'll be back with you in about 5 to 10 for the game to start after we've done syncing up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cold Plays versus Go In. We're hitting game 2 of the series, which could be the all-important final game. If Cold Plays win this, they're straight through to the semi-finals, but Go In have 2 more chances to bring it back.
And we immediately see spam pings in the tri-bush as everyone runs in.
Yeah, Cold Plays looking to start this game off with a big bang. They do have a pretty solid amount of CC, but it looked from the pings there that the enemy team knows. Go In knows they're in there.
We even though they have the knowledge of Coldplay sitting in tri-bush, we still have most of Go In sitting in top. Oh no, they are going for the blue buff.
It looks like they want to get that blue buff instead.
Their own blue buff.
Cold Plays could elect to just take the enemy's red, but they don't really know super where they are, so I guess they probably don't want to risk it.
They are backing out with Lucidity walking a bit close, but nothing.
Yeah, I was waiting for the Nautilus to run up on him, but it's worked out.
With the bot lane matchup quickly, we have a very duo queue sort of Jinx and Nautilus where you get a lot of teamwork and you just get those kills. Whereas Coldplay is a very solo queue bot lane. You don't have too much synergy there besides Morgana will root, Kai'Sa will hit them a few times. Maybe extra W.
Yeah, I think, this top lane matchup, those crits coming out from Absolutely Livid, he does eat a tower shot in return, and there's a pause. That's pretty unfortunate. But yeah, bot lane, I think the Morgana kind of counters the Nautilus engage if they play the Black Shield, right? But Cinderhead actually picked Jinx because he wants to pick it away from Lucidity, because it's Lucidity's best champion. It's
right.
like it's a commonly picked thing he likes playing quite a lot of, and I think he kind of knows that he's not going to get it a lot, so he's been practicing other stuff.
We do see Lucidity pick Kai'Sa, which he hasn't got too many matches in, but I feel like if you can play an ADC, you can play Kai'Sa.
Yeah, Kai'Sa's really easy. She's really strong right now too if you're using the Manamune Kai'Sa build, which came out of Korea recently after the Manamune buffs, because it's the fastest build to triple upgrade your abilities. You only need the Manamune plus a pickaxe and the Doran's blade, and then I think level 9, I'm not sure which level it is, and that will give you your Q build upgrade really, really early, which is great because Manamune is so cheap as an item. And then the pickaxe builds into Quintus.
Manamune does actually proc off the Q damage.
Yeah, it does when it's fully built into Muramana.
Giving some excellent burst late game once you actually hit that power spike.
Yeah, and it's just such a surprisingly strong item. The buffs made it a lot nicer too, so that's pretty great. And now Kai'Sa can get triple upgrade really quick. See some trading going on in top. Adjacent has the advantage of being Pyke, so he has the built-in heal and such. But that crit was disgusting. And Adjacent now looks to be in trouble, actually getting a lot of damage traded onto him by Tryndamere. Haven't really seen this bot lane matchup yet. I haven't seen Mouse play Nautilus before, so...
looking at his mastery, he does seem very comfortable on it. But we'll have to see how that sort of how comfortable each player is on their champ plays into these matchups.
Absolutely Livid is in some big trouble top, as Mal's also eats quite a lot of damage bot side. He now appears to have actually lagged out. He's very low, and he's going to fall. He's walking at him. Cinderhead also in trouble, will maybe go down, and Livid gets picked off by Adjacent. Brilliant hook in from Adjacent there. Lord Furion as well, looking for another kill in the mid lane. Red buff up, a nice charm from Mick. Skitscape is going to go down, and Lord Furion gets eaten up. Oh! Cinderhead sniped down, and some disconnects happened with Mouse there. Unfortunate lag from him, but otherwise Coldplay's making smooth moves around the map, getting kills, a solo kill for Adjacent World in the top side, and a nice gank kill in the mid lane for Mick to pick up something onto the Orianna.
Excellent start for them. This is what they want going into game 2.
Yeah, they want to end this series here and now. I know very well from our semi-final that playing the third game, the final game where it's like all or nothing, is really stressful. Even though we played very well and like kind of stomped the final game, it was super stressful going into it, thinking, crap, like if we lose, that's it. Like we're out. So they definitely want to get this over. You also look more dominant if you get that nice 2-0 victory.
We are going to see first drag in 40 seconds being Infernal. Very
crazy.
important drag with bot lane, with Coldplay's bot lane having the advantage here. That is potentially a very... Oh, there we have another pause, but that's potentially a very easy dragon for them.
Yeah, I would agree. But also, they haven't backed yet, so if they don't back soon, the back timing for picking up this Drake might be bad. And you actually can see Phantom Cat is on his way down bot, so he's looking to pick up a gank here to force Lucidity and OKQD back and hopefully get some more sums out of them. They're actually low on sums themselves, while Maus does have both of his sums.
We might be seeing a Flash Nautilus hook here, just to secure one of them.
Yeah, I would go for an aggressive play if you can. He's a little far back because they're just returning to lane, and he is apparently having MS issues, which is probably something that has happened with this unfortunate pause here.
Important knowledge is that Furion is actually back, so he is nowhere to help this bot lane, and they sort of know it, so they're falling back. But no real vision on Phantom Cat and his point of entry into the lane.
Yeah, they don't really have any vision, and if he's obviously not going to choose to go through the tri-bush, because that would be pointless, so he should be able to get a kill here. If they play this well, they're going to pick it up. He's going for the non-black shielded target. Good play out of Phantom Cat. They're going to pick up OK Cutie. Lucidity manages to flash away, but still eats pretty big damage, and he's going to try and duel Cinderhead. 1v1, he will find that kill, as his team just not helping him quick enough there.
Phantom Cat with a tiny bit of a misplay there, dropping into Armored Turtle, into Defensive Curl before getting the taunt off.
Yeah, and Adjacent World will find the hook onto Livid, but right now, with him not being 6, he doesn't have a reliable execute. He's going to take a lot of damage from Absolutely Livid there. Phantom Cat now looks to be in trouble, actually. The bandage toss is dodged. Mick will force the flash out and then actually lands the charm on Skit. Nice little how do you do there. Skit now going to take a lot of damage from Fury, and he's just sort of trying to dance around. They will find a kill onto Mick and a return kill onto Skit from Phantom Cat. Both junglers picking up those kills. As the fight continues, the bandage lands. Maus finds a missed hook onto OK Cutie, who is now looking to be going down. They should hand this kill over to Cinderhead. Good play out of them to do that. And they actually have Dragon priority now, as Lord Furion is just heading topside. Oh, Adjacent misses the stun top. That's going to be a solo kill for Absolutely Livid. Very bad play, or rather misplay there.
Livid's back in the feeling of being a carry again.
Yeah, that was a unfortunate for Adjacent. He tried to go for that. He had his Ignite up, and Livid had no sum, so he went for it. The stun didn't land, and that was all she wrote for him there. There was no escape. But good news for Team Go In as well is they pick up a very important early Infernal Drake. Mick, though, looking to find an answer kill. The Electrocute will do it. Phantom Cat goes down. This is a proverbial clusterfuck of a game so far.
Fiesta.
It's a big fiesta. Sorry, family-friendly clusterfuck is Fiesta.
Yes.
And yeah, it's not been going well for them. They are... But I mean, Team Go In, though, they haven't been as screwed this game. They are behind in gold, but they have more gold value than it seems because they have that Infernal. So they've made some nice plays around Dragon. They've managed to pick up the Infernal, so they've had Dragon control, which they were lacking last time, and they go in on Skit here. But the Adjacent World hook does sort of make him miss that, but either way, despite his teammate missing the charm because of his hook, they pick up the kill anyway. Good kill onto Skit, who's having a real rough time this game. 0-3 already at 7 minutes. He's been target ganked by the enemy team. And here comes Adjacent.
Feel bad.
tries to steal the blue, isn't going to quite get it, but now he is pushing for that kill onto Phantom Cat, and meanwhile bot side Mouse eats a pretty powerful hit. Cinderhead going to force himself to use that heal.
We are seeing that next drag is Infernal. That's a whole 3 minutes away, but at this point we are seeing a clear advantage towards...
Ooh. Phantom Cat in trouble. Oh, there goes Adjacent. Does actually get the bonus gold, even though he doesn't get the kill. Mick now will find the charm, but is getting eaten alive by Skit's damage still. Skit on the chase will find that. The bonus movement speed, the autos. He's going to be able to do it. Mick just goes down. Lord Fury and Flash, not quite enough, but he will pick up the kill in return.
I heard that Pike ult from half a map away.
Yeah, it was very loud. He didn't get to get the kill, but he did manage to get the bonus gold from using it, because if you use it and it was gonna kill and your teammate takes it, then you get the bonus gold anyway.
You also get the reset from it.
Yeah,
Mal's nearly going down there from
Yeah, very low bot side as that was happening.
We are seeing the pickaxe out with 20 farm lead and 2 kills onto Lucidity.
Yeah, it's
bot lane's going to them again.
It's very... Ooh, Lord Furion looking to steal. Actually does it with an auto attack. That was a miss smite, I think, from Phantom Cat there. And Lord Furion takes that, but he is now looks to be in trouble as there are multiple members of the enemy team. But here comes Lucidity using his ult to get in. And here is Mick as well. Lands the charm. They pick up the kill onto the enemy jungler, and Skit runs for his life. He's just about going to make it out, almost dying to the Ari ball, but not quite. Every time I want to talk about the state of the game and why things are happening, something breaks out.
They go for another play.
And look, it's another play starting. Mouse landing the hook onto OKCutie, landing the root. Lots of damage from Cinderhead, but now they are in trouble. Mouse stacked up with Plasma. A huge Orianna ball finds 3, though. Not a lot of damage, but he finds 3, and now Cinderhead's still in trouble. Lord Furion gets onto him with that red buff auto. He's now taunted up. He's going to go down to Phantom Cat. They're pushing forward. Skit and Phantom Cat are healthy, but here is Lucidity as well. It's a 2v3. Who's going to win? Skit almost falls to the Kaiser Q, and the W just misses him. As a fight again breaks out in top lane, so we can't keep talking. Okay. My lungs need a rest.
Fiesta.
Yeah, this is a fiesta of a game 13-6. Or 6-13 rather, at 9 minutes into the game, and there's been 19 kills and a dragon taken. That is ridiculous.
Both teams want this early advantage. The only way they can think to do it is to go for kills.
Absolutely Livid just got stunned up pretty hard on the top lane, and as we say that, Lucidity is going to fall in the bot, and Jason used his ultimate, didn't find the kill. Absolutely Livid with the solo kill top lane. What is going on in this game? 21 kills in 10 minutes.
We are seeing Dragon up in 50 seconds, with Goen definitely having the advantage yet again with Dragon control. However, we do see Manamune built on the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and that's going to start popping off very quickly. That build scales up ridiculously fast. His next 2 items are massive power spikes, so be ready, because that's going to start looking real scary real soon, if it wasn't already.
We definitely see a lot of damage coming out.
OKCutie flashing in, finding the double Morgana ultimate as Lucidity comes in just at the right time. They're going to pick up 1 kill and then a root, and they will pick up the other. 1 kill goes to OKCutie at the end there. Nice 2 kills, and they're going to collapse as we say it all. They get the flash out of Phantom Cat. He might be able to escape. He is very tanky, and he manages to get away. But he will cede dragon control to Coldplays, who have complete control of this dragon here. This is exactly what they wanted. They might have been ahead, but they were looking at that Infernal like, damn, I want one of those. And they will get their wish.
Again, we're seeing both of Coldplay's carries just popping off. We got 4-2-4-1.
Yeah, great plays out of them. And Adjacent, despite being very low, as I have mentioned in the Twitch chat earlier, Pike top, the time it was picked by G2 and did really well, he ate ass in the lane phase. He got absolutely destroyed by the Shy in the lane phase, and it just didn't matter, because late game, it popped off. And that's what Adjacent's looking to do. He's waiting for that mid-game skirmishes and team fights, so he can just spam his ultimate onto that enemy backline and take as many people with him if he dies. Amumu finds the stun. Mick is going to ult in, and they're going to pick up an easy kill onto Phantom Cat. Well, what do you
I would
think's
say-
next, Tyler?
Well, the only thing that really is up is objectives right now. I mean, both junglers are really enjoying their time in each other's jungles.
Yeah, despite how many kills there's barely been any tower plates taken. One, and a nice charm after the bandage toss. Skit is going to go down. His ultimate doesn't even have time to go off, and here is Adjacent taking more and more damage. Livid even managing to dodge the stun afterwards. Oof.
That top lane is not looking good.
Yeah,
I mean,
talking about turret plates, though.
we're seeing quite a few being taken up top, but that's just you're playing Tryndamere. You're getting tower plates, and bot lane and mid we have the other way going around. With a lot of kills coming in from Mick, you can just keep on pushing in mid, and that constant pressure from Coldplay's bot, allowing them to get even higher goal advantage.
And Coldplays have slightly more turret plating taken, one more specifically, total. And now, though, Adjacent is getting dove here by absolutely Livid, but his jungler is here with the Amumu ultimate. Adjacent will just come back and cast his ult, perhaps. Absolutely Livid, actually flashing out. Adjacent sitting too far back to get in now, and they may just escape here. Adjacent doesn't have the power, and the root finds it. Mouse will get the double knock-up, but he's going to go down. The flash means nothing. Lucidity picking up the kill. Adjacent and Lord Furion now on the run as Lord Furion is sped up. Phantom Cat is sped up. Cinderhead now getting dove, will be destroyed by Lucidity. Another fight continues to break out. The Oriole ball finds him. That is a kill onto Lord Furion. So much fighting and nearly 30 kills so far. We got 28 kills overall. That is a very large number for 14 minutes in.
We have another Infernal track coming up in 2 minutes. That's another thing to point out.
Oh, topside. Adjacent World barely misses out on a kill. His ultimate was mere milliseconds away from going off. And yeah, as you say, another Infernal. This is a high damage game.
Very importantly, first tower goes to Coldplays, but we are seeing a double top pressure with Rift Herald going to go in and nearly top tower to Livid. We'll see how they use this Herald. Last time it was they're dropping it straight away into the mid.
Yeah, this is a big push play. This is not going to work out too well for them, though. I don't even think they'll get the tower here, as the whole of Coldplays is running up on him. It does hit the tower, but the minion wave is already destroyed, and Adjacent goes forward. He finds the hook onto Skit. Skit's flash may be all for naught as the charm lands. Mick picking up another electrocute kill. 7-2 on the Ahri this game.
That was definitely not the play. Dropping that immediately. You should really save that to maybe after a skirmish or like when you're split pushing.
Absolutely.
You had so much time.
And all that ends up happening there is the exact opposite of what they wanted. They don't get mid tower, the enemy team gets mid tower, and they even get the nice little plus 50 from killing Rift, I believe, so that's pretty awkward. And they will find the charm onto Mouse. He just gets melted. Lord Furion picks up the kill. That's so unfortunate. He walked up to protect and just got deleted. Meanwhile, though, Absolutely Livid finds a turret in the top lane and is continuing to bully onto Adjacent here. Will it be enough as another big REQ lands? They actually get a flash out of your boy Phantom Cat. Rammus is now summonerless, as Mouse actually has disconnected again. So there's the pause. I knew that was coming.
RQ.
I mean, after getting blown up like that, I would feel the rage coming, but we all know it's an unfortunate DC issue.
Looking at Lucidity right now, I believe that's pretty much an upgraded upgraded E, sorry. With Berserkers and Recurve bow.
No, not quite yet. You need 100% attack speed. So your next item after Gwinsu's is... I'm having a strong... The next item after Gwinsu's is Nash's Tooth, and then you get all three of your abilities upgraded once you hit that Nash's Tooth.
That was me thinking old build. Storm Razor, Rage Blade.
Yeah, this is now, it's sort of like the Stormrazor Rageblade build, but it's more stat efficient and cheaper as well, because Manamune is so much cheaper, and it scales really, really hard. So after the Manamune buffs being the plus 10 AD, they made it really, really easy. So he already has empowered Q, and he'll be looking for empowered W and E at basically the same level. He's going to get the Guinsus, which is a power spike on its own, even after the sort of adjustment / nerf to it. And then as soon as he hits Nash's Tooth, he gets W and E upgraded instantly. And it's just disgusting damage over all round. And after that point, the best part is after that you can go any build you want from there. You can go AP if you need like a Zhonya's, or you want a Luden's. You can go crit, so you can either go Infinity Edge or you can go Runic Echoes, not Runic Echoes, Runon's Hurricane, Phantom Dancer, any crit item you want, really. There's so much possibility with this Kai'Sa build. You can build Lifesteal instead. You can say, I don't need this crit stuff. I'll get a Mercurial Scimitar. You know, it's a really diverse build, and that's why I think it's so strong.
I'm really feeling that that Rageblade nerf probably hit Kai'Sa the least. Like,
with the advent of a new build, because she actually got stronger because the new build was discovered. But at the same time, I think that having a 4-hit passive with the Rageblade nerf is kind of awkward. Because
but it definitely feels a lot better than Vayne going from a triple procs of...
Yeah, absolutely.
Into needing extra 2 auto attacks, I think it is, to get that proc
off. And the game finally restarting. Bit of weird freezy issues going on with the client tonight. I think we were getting that on all of our streams as well.
Falling behind it quite a bit. Myself.
It's not us, it's the client being silly, and Cinderhead will now find himself in an awkward position, gets stunned up. His attempt to steal the dragon was for naught as Mick picks up yet another kill and goes unstoppable.
That is 2 scary carries on the side of Coldplay's.
Yeah.
You got double Inferno, Ahri, and Kai'Sa. That is,
and even when you deal with that, are you slightly low on HP because Adjacent is coming with that execute, even though he's behind. What I mentioned earlier, CC and true damage executes do not give a shit if you are behind in lane. It's kind of gross, and he's
not even that far behind.
Yeah, he is pretty, but like not super behind everyone in the game. He is behind his laner quite a bit, but when it comes to like say looking at Skit, he's actually fairly even with Skit. And if I check the gold, he's actually he's slightly ahead of Skit by 20 gold. So. Well, the weakest, and here comes Livid. He's going to walk up. Cutie will find the CC. She's going to flash in with the Zhonya's, the 3-man ultimate. It won't root 3 just. And there goes the huge ultimate combos. Phantom Cat is in there, but looks like they are winning this fight. Adjacent trying to do something. Go in, are popping off here. This is their fight. This is what they need. They're finding it. The kills are coming through, and they've only lost Skit. Cinderhead is chasing, but Phantom Cat goes down. And now it's dangerous. Cinderhead goes down. This is what I was talking about. Adjacent looking to make this fight his on his own. He finds the damage, but it's not quite enough. Absolutely Livid will take him down. And that is a 3 for 2 overall.
There comes that threat that...
Sorry, I think that was a 3 for 3, actually. Olivia just spawned in time. That's my bad.
Oh, yeah. Livid had just become such a threat. Like, every other skirmish, we definitely felt like Coldplay was at advantage, but that's because Gerwin was pretty much 4v5ing. But now that Livid is in fights as a 6-1 Trin, he just eased into the back line, and he is so dangerous. They almost have no peel once he's in there.
And here he goes again, just absolutely destroying. Doesn't manage to get the kill as he has Mick taking that aggro, and Mick actually going for the play, but he will get taken down, and Livid has Undying Rage up. But here is Adjacent, gets the cleanup shutdown. Unfortunate for Mick, but his team does get shutdown gold off it, so it's not super bad. Yeah, unfortunate games tonight. It's a lot of tech issues have happened, but this game is, if nothing else, more competitive. It feels more competitive. Even if it is a bit of a fiasco.
If everyone's computer is killing themselves, then it's better than just one person's.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll have the 10 official ECU EAS tournament committee hammers. And whenever you play a game, there'll be people standing next to your PC. And if somebody disconnects, all your PCs get the hammer to make it even. It only seems fair.
Looking around the map, there's no clear objectives either team wants. There's still a full 2 minutes for Dragon. We do see Baron coming up in a few seconds, but I don't think the only team really in the position to take it is Coldplay's, because they've got the shredding with the two carries.
They've got the lead, and they've got like something like Kai'Sa, which takes the Baron very, very quickly, and they're looking to get advantage on the top side of the map, which is actually not only gold for them, but a great setup for Baron if they have more control over this side of the map, and they may gain that control by taking out Mouse. He's going to flash away. Gets a lot of damage, though, onto Mick, who's going to force back a nice big ultimate from Skit, but Adjacent will come in, pick up that bonus gold, looking for Skit, who will flash to safety. Coldplay still end up with a control as Lord Furion finds Livid. Thought he was hiding in that bush, but he isn't. They will slowly but surely try to take him down, but that crit was insane! Mick gets wiped off the map by Livid. That damage came out of nowhere.
This is still feeling...
the rocket from Cinderhead! I thought he was alive, and now Skit's in trouble, but it's more like Lord Furion. He does find the ultimate, but he's gonna go down. Cutie gets in with her ult, but she doesn't have the stopwatch. She gets taken down. A triple kill for Cinderhead, and Lucidity is rolling through... Lucidity, Absolutely Livid is rolling through, will now try to pick up, but doesn't. He gets taken down. Does at least get a flash out of Adjacent. Well... I thought Coldplay's had that in the bag to get that Baron, and they really did not.
This is still anyone's game at this moment.
Yeah, a flash taunt from Phantom Cat, and another kill for Cinderhead. He is starting to deal a lot of damage. He's got a lot of gold in his pocket right now. He is carrying 2,800, so he's going to go back and buy a nice big fat Zeal item.
We are looking at very much the clash of on-hit versus crit here.
Yeah, and I mean... Jinx is nowhere near as strong right now, but she is very strong. So even though Lucidity is theoretically going to be stronger... Yeah, like, I mean specifically in this game, Lucidity is ahead right now, but if I check the gold, it's very close to evening out. There's only well, it's not super even. There's 800 gold almost. Yeah, 700 gold in favor. So, but that's a much smaller gap than there was before, and they did that fight with that gap happening before. So they can probably, if they find another fight like that, wipe the enemy team off the map.
Coldplay just taking that dragon so quickly. They don't even... There's two Infernals acting as the damage boost they need just to take objectives before
they
have the chance to contest.
The level 8 Nautilus versus the level 12 Chad Pike, who gets picked up. Lucidity gonna grab that kill, and they're straight onto the Baron. They might not have Mountain, but they have two Infernals, so their damage is really high here. Oh, Lucidity, Absolutely Livid picking up some towers and boss fight. Cutie gets damage, takes a lot of damage, big damage coming out. Cinderhead, he's going into the pit, but he gets picked up so quickly. The Baron goes to Coldplay, smited by Lord Furion, and oh boy, that looked like it could have been something when Skit got that ulti off and Cinderhead got his ulti off, but it wasn't quite enough. And now we see them pushing down mid. They are quite low though, and if Livid can get in here, he could potentially 1v4 this. He's looking for it, especially if OK Cutie is going to take damage like that for free. They know to back off.
We're definitely seeing that that double dragon advantage really come into play here.
Yeah, that damage is just so insane.
Even the little bit of regen they're getting outside of in these little skirmishes is enough just to keep them not topped up, but keep them healthy enough to continue the siege.
Yeah, it's a perfect little camp here. All they could ask for now is a nice Mountain Drake, which unfortunately is not spawning. But 3 minutes from now, we will see Cloud Drake as Mouse gets hooked yet again. Going to be perfectly safe this time. Go-In are actually in a reasonably safe spot to defend most of their lanes if they don't get super caught out here.
We also are seeing equal tower exchanges.
Yeah, and now Phantom Cat is going to get onto Mick, who does have his ultimate ready. Going to land the charm, going to ult away again. He's going to ult 3 times, but he might still get picked up here. Now he's going to make it out safely. They choose not to chase. And Adjacent World dodges the ultimate. Very nice from Adjacent. He didn't even realize how much damage he dealt there as he uses his ultimate on the dead ground as Lucidity goes in, tries to pick up Cinderhead, but gets taunted up. Brilliant play. Cinderhead, though, is in trouble. Lord Furian's going to pick him up. Now, absolutely Livid is here. He's taking on Lord Furian. He's taking them all on, but he's low. His ultimate's about to expire, and there he goes, dropping as he E's. Adjacent has already transferred to the mid lane as they take the inhibitor. Oh boy.
We've definitely seen the power of Pyke top here. He played safe during he survived the laning phase. I wouldn't say played safe, but he's managed to scale into these fights, and he just almost turns every fight he's in.
Yeah, this is the disgraceful power of Pyke top, as a nice Ori ultimate actually finds two. They're going to try and get the Nautilus ultimate, but it is spell shielded, and now Mao's in big trouble, will go down. Lord Furian picks up another kill, and Skit does manage to get the kill, but wanders right into the binding and gets picked up as well. Coldplays will just back off and reset here, as Skitscape throws in the hashtag worth it in the old chat.
Twice, in fact.
Very, very much worth it. I mean, from here, Coldplays should be able to win the game. If they just play this slow and safe, they can almost guarantee a victory.
They just need to gather objectives. As you said, slowly siege them down. I mean, we're looking at Goin? Yeah, Goin team comp. They're not very good at defending a siege. You have maybe the Orianna who could stand behind tower, and maybe Cinderhead can fire off a few auto attacks, electrocute, a zap? Yeah, zap. But then you have all this long-range siege power coming out from Coldplays, and that just allows them to take objective after objective, almost uncontested.
Yeah, pretty much. I think this game for Go In as well, it's like, what do you do in this scenario? You're probably feeling pretty down. You've already lost a game, and you're losing this one. It's going to be so hard for you to get back in it.
You're also losing your support every few minutes.
Yeah, and unfortunate, not really Bryce's fault here. He keeps disconnecting. Internet issues be damned. This is Australia after all. Oceania. Basically, when you are born into this country, if you had any memories from your past life, you would be, God, I hope my parents have birthed me in an area with NBN. Like, it's really rough otherwise. And Mouse is having a real hard time tonight with that internet. So, but hey, if anyone qualifies for finals, we get to play on the same net. So, good times.
It's definitely not helping that Mouse is a heavy engage support, and they've just got so much damage. They can just shred through him, even if he did have more tank.
Yeah, he's not been able to pick up much tank items. He's only got one full built item right now, and it's not a super tanky one. But yeah, well, like you say, like Lucidity's dual damage. Oh, nice flash away from Cinderhead as the game resumes. Adjacent's dive not quite working out there as he flashes to safety. Skit, though, will take down damage. Lucidity brings him out. And here comes Lord Furian, sort of just wandering under the turret. Almost going to go down to this turret aggro. He may just, but Mao's going to flash, try to pick that kill up. The ultimate should not actually bring him down. There goes Absolutely Livid picking up, but we actually see now Coldplays are moving in. Mick finds the damage onto Bevan, gets that solo kill, and they may just look to end the game here. The backdoor could be complete. Mouse is going to get taken out. Mouse couldn't get back to his base in time, and they're going for it. Adjacent's going for it. He's going to try and be the hero. As they do it, Mick actually picking up the plus 50. A great carry performance from Adjacent, Mick, and Lucidity here. The other two members of their team still being triumphant, even though they can't do as much damage. Really good match from Coldplays, if not a bit of a clusterfuck. And that right there spells the end to the series as Coldplays advance to the finals to verse Dummy Thicks, who are really good, by the way, at the ECU Joondalup campus, hopefully.
Hopefully. No room confirmed.
Don't quote me on it. unless it works, and then quote me on it. But that was a very high-octane final game of that series as
we had a lot of
bring it out.
A lot of early game pressure from both teams, a lot of little skirmishes everywhere on the map. You had the 1v1s top. Just a great match to watch. What you want to see.
Yeah, it was entertaining, if nothing else. The second game was more competitive, but Go-In have had less time to prepare. You know, they had to take their AD out of the team and replace them with a new player. And nothing wrong with Cinderhead, of course. He played quite well. Arguably played the best on his team that series. At least in the final game there, he played very well. But it's his off role, and they haven't had a lot of time to practice together because of the timing. I think Cold Plays have just... They had a slump in the middle of the tournament, but ever since then, they've been winning games like that. And it's really good from them. They've been pushing out these games and really performing. So I think today, the better team did just... Congrats to Go-In, though. They were able to make it all the way to semifinals. And there will be a fight for third place. So I'm not sure if we're doing games for that. We may. I think there's interest from the players, so I'll get back to you on that.
Paper, scissors, rock.
Yeah, paper, scissors, rock for third place. Prize money. Paper, scissors, rock for that RP, boys. Let's go. But I mean, hey, I have been Whisper or McChickens. I've been here with my girlfriend, PrelawGerm. I hope you enjoyed casting the semis with me.
I definitely did.
And will you be making an appearance at finals? Not in the games, but...
Possibly. I don't know if I'll be casting.
There will be a potential of 5 games, so we can have. I want everyone to get the opportunity. So if you show up, I'll give you time to cast because I'm not a douche.
But I'll 80% be making an appearance somewhere. Maybe just popping up in one of the cameras.
Well, that sounds great. Well, anyway, thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining us for the stream tonight. Cold Plays vs. Go-In. Cold Plays advance, and we will see you all at the finals next weekend.